ZTC.
Greetings, duelists, Chaotic Sorceress ZTC, and, well, we hit 1 hour of watch time on the Red Eyes Telefon Beelze 2, so we're on to Red Eyes Telefon Beelze, but no FIENDSMITH. None. Not at all. As a reminder, these all can be turned into TCG viable by just adding a second Clockwork Knight instead of a Linkuriboh. Now, let's get into the basics of the deck profile and such. First off, due to not needing a Codebreaker Virus Swordsman or a FIENDSMITH in deck, we are allowed a third Morphtronic Converter, bringing us up to an 89% consistency rate uninterrupted. So that's pretty good. However, let's get into the deck profile, of course. No more running in circles. First up, Turbo Booster at 1. Morphtronic Telefon at 2. Effect Veiler at 1. Droll Lockbird at 1. Morphtronic Telefon at 3. Gizmek Naganaki at 3. Ghost Ogre at 1. Ash Blossom at 1. Gadget Gamer at 3. Gizmek Arakami at 1. Gadget Hauler at 1. Jizu Kiru at 1. Nibiru at 1. Foolish Burial at 1. Machine Duplication at 3. Reasoning at 1. 1 for 1 at 1. Performapal Popper Up at 1. Small World at 3. Morphtronic Converter at 3. Dimension Dice at 2. Black Garden at 1. Dice Dungeon at 3. And Called by the Grave at 1. That's the main deck. Most importantly, we've got a lot of ways in this main deck to go into a second Telefon. We've got our normal Telefons, Gizmek Naganaki, Gadget Gamer, possibly even Morphtronic Telefon if we get in a pinch. There's a lot of starting cards. And with Morphtronic Converter, a lot of those end up pretty good. Because we have Morphtronic Converter at 3, so that's pretty nice. Dimension Dice is another way. Machine Dupe, that's pretty cool. 1 for 1. Foolish Burial. We're basically running the same amount of cards that get us our second Telefon as how many we are that get us our first Telefon. Now, onto the extra deck, we have X-Tox Hydra at 1. It requires 2 monsters you control special summoned from the extra deck. We also have Garden Rose Maiden at 1. This is to grab our Black Garden, because we need that for this one. We are having Guy Armor Dragon Shell at 1, because Garden Rose Maiden banishes itself for cost to special summon 1 Dragon Synchro monster in Grave, and this is basically to get around Bestials. Next, we have Perialis at 1, Circle of the Fairies at 1, Beelze at 1, Red Eyes Flare Metal at 1, Linkuriboh at 1, Relinquished Anima at 1, and Clockwork Knight at 1. Reminder that we swap out the Linkuriboh for another Clockwork Knight if we're playing in the TCG. Next up, we have Reaper-Docus at 1, Proxy F Magician at 1, Geonator Transverser at 1, and Sorcerer of Sebek at 1. As always, we need to know that Sorcerer of Sebek is the way we start off the combo, because of its, if a player gains life points even during the damage step, you can make each player take 1,000 damage. Basically, yeah, it's the way that we start off the interaction between Flare Metal and Beelze. And the Black Garden is basically the reason we don't have to use the Codebreaker virus area of the deck that the FIENDSMITH version had. And, well, that's the basic ideas, the deck profile and such. So now we go on to the in practice. See you there. And we're back. Sadly, we only have one of these, but at least means that we get to get through this quickly. After all, we've been through this like 3 times already by now. First up in our starting hand, we have Morphtronics Telefon, Gadget Gamer, Gadget Hauler, and Numeron. We are going first. Gadget Hauler, or Gadget Gamer, grab Morphtronics Telefon. Gadget Gamer for Telefon. Summon Gadget Hauler to send Telefon for Telefon. Telefon into Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh and Gadget Hauler into Proxy of Magician. Technically, in this scenario, you could just be playing another Link 1 instead of a what I'm about to do here. Technically, this Link 2 could be a Link 1, an extra Link 1, and then you wouldn't have to worry about using the Clockwork Knight's ability. I ended up scrapping this, but it does the exact same thing. You just need 2 monsters special summoned from the extra deck to get into X-Tox Hydra. And then we go into Telefon for Telefon, bring in Clockwork Knight, Telefon for Telefon again, Synchro off Telefon and X-Tox Hydra for Garden Rose Maiden. Garden Rose Maiden effect, grab Black Garden. Now, this could be defeated if we get drolled before this, but because we have the possibility of going Telefon into Clockwork Knight into Converter, then we're not drawing cards or using Machine Dupe. As long as we draw into Naganaki or Telefon themselves, it could end up well without running into Droll, so that we can later grab Black Garden here. We activate Black Garden, Telefon for Telefon, summoning a token to their field, Telefon and Garden Rose Maiden, synchro off for Guy Armor, Dragon Shell. Give them another token, Telefon for Telefon, give them another token, synchro off Guy Armor, and Telefon for Circle of the Fairies. Give them another token. Telefon for Telefon, summon underneath the link area, give them another token, link off into Reaperdocus. Reaperdocus effect, turn it into a dark, Telefon for Telefon, synchro off into Beelze of the Diabolic Dragons. Telefon for Telefon again, linking off into Transverser. Transverser effect to swap their cards with ours. Garden Rose Maiden banish itself to bring back Dragon Shell. Telefon for Telefon. Synchro off Telefon and Guy Armor Dragon Shell for Perialis. Perialis effect. Bring back Circle of the Fairies. Xyz summon with Perialis and Circle of the Fairies for Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. At this point, it doesn't really matter if they Ghost Ogre anything. We link off Telefon and Geonator Transverser for Sorcerer of Sebek. And Telefon for Telefon. We gain life points. We activate Sorcerer of Sebek. Notably, it's if a player gains life points, make them take damage. So, if Sorcerer of Sebek was Ghost Ogred, it wouldn't work. Beelze cannot be destroyed by card effects. And Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon also cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has material. We both take 1,000 damage. Beelze activates. And Red Eyes Flare Metal activates. And this is it. Yep. Now we just sit here. While Sky Striker tings all of the damage. Every single hit. Yeah. And that's the last one. Didn't even see their deck. Didn't even get interacted with. Well, on to the wrap-up. See you there. Alright, so now we're at the wrap-up. I'm pretty sure I've basically exhausted Red Eyes Telefon Beelze FTK now. I feel like I've got it in the bag now. Pretty sure this is as optimized as it can probably get. Or at least close enough. My next sights are set on optimizing Baseball Kid FTK and Clockwork Dragon FTK to make it so that they can also go into the Numeron FTK side deck. Like, side deck them in, you know, so that it's a little jump scare. But yeah, I didn't actually expect this to be 89% consistent. That's pretty interesting. Only went up 1%, but still. That's pretty cool. Anyways, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're feeling keen, support me on Ko-Fi with the link in the description. Adios.